love Wendy's hot and juicy hamburgers. No sacrifice is too great.
Do you know why I love hot and juicy hamburgers? Because I've had so many that weren't.
We make them as juicy as we can. If they trickle down your chin a little, we're sorry.
Ah, Wendy's. A notable fast food chain now, but back in the 80s, Wendy's was quite often the literal red-headed stepchild of the fast food industry, usually hopelessly dwarfed by fast food giants like Burger King and McDonald's. As a result, Wendy's often tried to stand out in the marketplace through the use of creative and somewhat surreal commercials throughout its history.
Wendy's hamburgers aren't hot, and they're not juicy. Honest.
And as strange and memorable as Wendy's commercials were, they really didn't have much of an impact on the sales figures. But all that changed in 1984 when a new ad campaign began, seeking to draw attention to the fact that McDonald's and Burger King's hamburgers had a fairly large bun in comparison to the size of the meat patty, whereas Wendy's usually had a larger meat-to-bun ratio. This campaign would spawn one of the most often repeated catchphrases which still resonates with the public to this day. 3 little words spoken by an adorably irascible senior citizen.
It's a very big fluffy bun.
Where's the beef?
Some hamburger places give you a lot less beef on a lot of bun.
Where's the beef?
Yes, where's the beef? A simple question, but one which touched a chord with the American public. The original commercial aired in 1984 and made an instant celebrity out of 81-year-old Clara Peller. Peller was not actually an actress, but a career manicurist who came to the attention of a commercial director when she was working on a Chicago set. Charmed by her gruff personality and voice, the ad agency signed her to a contract and she began appearing in commercials filmed in and around the Chicago area. Ultimately, she was cast in the Where's the Beef ad, and her popularity skyrocketed, which turned out to be a boon for Wendy's. Sales jumped 31% during the course of the Where's the Beef campaign, topping out at an astonishing $945 million worldwide in 1985. Denny Lynch, Wendy's senior VP for communications, stated at the time that, quote, "With Clara, we accomplished as much in 5 weeks as we had in 14 and a half years, unquote. Where's the Beef caught on like wildfire in America, becoming an all-purpose phrase questioning the substance or merits of an idea, event, or product. It even became part of the 1984 presidential race during the Democratic primary when candidate Walter Mondale challenged his opponent, Gary Hart, concerning Hart's policies.
And I think the dedication of the Democratic Party to minority people in the South and elsewhere shouldn't just be jobs. It should be the opportunity to own and operate businesses that create jobs."
Mr. Glenn?
Can I respond to that?
Well, we'll come back to you. Let some of the others.
What's new about coming out from entrepreneurs? You know, when I hear your new ideas, I'm reminded of that ad. Where's the beef?
Yeah.
The Where's the Beef craze hit hard and fast, and Wendy's capitalized on it with t-shirts, coffee mugs, and anything else the phrase could be printed on. There was even a board game and a card game featuring a caricature of Peller on the cover. Things got even more surreal when Nashville songwriter and DJ Coyote McLeod wrote and produced a song entitled Where's the Beef as a promotional tool for Wendy's.
She thought she's getting one heck of a deal. $1.99 for a whole darn meal. Boy, she opened the bottle, she put on the mustard. Her eyes switched up, she got all flustered. She said, "I've had burgers, well done and rare. Now I got one that ain't even there." She got no response from ringing the bell, and that's when she started to yell, "Where's the beef? Young man, can't you hear a call? She didn't see no beef at all. Where's the beef?"
Peller would star in 2 more Where's the Beef commercials, as well as several commercials for other products, as her contract allowed her to do other advertisements, provided they were for products that weren't in direct competition with Wendy's.
Clara!
Yes?
We don't know how to tell you this, but your dog food doesn't have any meat.
No meat.
Lots of people are surprised their dry dog food doesn't have meat.
No meat. Hey, but where's the beef?
Here's the Benz, Clara. Benz 100 is the #1 insect repellent in Maine and in Alaska. You shouldn't be out here without it.
Unfortunately, there was a massive setback when doing a commercial for Prego pasta sauce. After asking the famous question, she uttered, "Here it is, I found it," when looking at the sauce. After this commercial aired, Wendy's decreed that this was a violation of her contract and terminated the relationship. Denny Lynch stated on record that, quote, "Clara can only find the beef in one place, and that is Wendy's," unquote. Peller's response was, much like her catchphrase, quick and to the point. Quote, "I've made the millions and they don't appreciate me," unquote. Despite this, Peller would continue to get other commercial work as well as a few other appearances, once as an honorary timekeeper during WrestleMania 2, and a small part in the 1985 comedy Moving Violations.
Where's the bank?
Right here, ma'am.
That's good. Over here, dear.
Imogene, welcome home. Oh, you look wonderful. Love your tan.
Over here. He's a black guy.
As well as an appearance with Abe Vigoda in the horror film The Stuff.
Restaurant, which caters to only the most discriminating clientele.
How's the food, sweetheart? That's nice.
Where's the stuff?
Clara Peller died on August 11, 1987, 1 week after her 85th birthday. As for Wendy's, they soon came to realize that maybe they'd been a little hasty in terminating Peller's contract. Wendy's restaurants entered a 2-year sales slump following the end of the Where's the Beef campaign, even though the same ad agency did continue with other commercials in the same vein.
As I hear tell, all the parts are crammed into one big part. Fused. Yeah, then the one big part is cut up into little pieces parts. And parts is parts.
Lynch later admitted that Wendy's sales stagnated and wouldn't fully recover for nearly 5 years when a new series of humorous ads featuring Wendy's founder Dave Thomas began running. And in 2011, Wendy's started a new Where's the Beef campaign, finally answering the famous question.
Where's the beef?
Where's the beef? Where's the beef?
It's always amazing to see what bits and pieces of advertising take hold in the public consciousness. Where's the Beef may have started as a slogan to sell hamburgers, but the fact that almost anyone recognizes the phrase today as an expression of skepticism shows that for a brief shining moment, and with the help of a charmingly grumpy old lady, Wendy's left its mark in the American lexicon forever. I'm Aaron Mills. Join me again next week for another edition of Saturd80s.
Hey, where's the beef? I don't think there's anybody back there.
You once.